let's talk for a minute about measuring tapes. Now, I see these guys and they use the Bosch laser thing. I'm not going to worry about that. And as we all know, these have the little tip on them that goes back and forth. You can tell I've used this one a bunch. It's got all kinds of stuff on it. Pretty good tape, actually, for being cheap. But this has to move back and forth. Okay, so to get an accurate cut on things. I was having a little trouble. I knew what it was pretty instantly because I wasn't using this tape. I'm using this tape. I like this tape because it has all the graduations on it, and it's just something I just like the way that it reads out for me. I know enough about fractions, of course, but it's just handy. It's just quicker. Now this thing here, the movement of this one is really stiff. That magnet is fantastic. It has a real good magnet on it. I mean, look at that. It'll actually pick up that other tape. So, but the bad thing is you got to be real conscious about this thing not moving very well. I mean, it's stiff, so I'm going to try to put some WD-40 in there because that'll throw you off. And when you're doing PVC siding, and PVC is expensive, or trim or whatever, this is not acceptable. I'm going to try to loosen this up somehow because that's it's just too hard. But the movement is supposed to be the thickness of this catch right here. See that catch right there. So anyway, ain't moving good enough for me. I don't know. Oh, the other thing I was going to say too, if you use this and you get a metal on this, and like that, see the around my thumbnail, see the little bits of metal, that mess you up too. And I guess the dirt's just getting in there and messing it up. But we just can't have this. Well, there's a fair amount of discussion on how to put the windows in. There's the X method. Well, nobody does that anymore. There is the I method. Nobody does that anymore. I looked at it and studied it. A lot of these videos are pretty old on this. But I think that I'm just going to cut flush because that's what Geldwin says do now. And I've read the directions a couple of times on the kind of windows I have. I forget what they're called. Glass windows, I guess. And so we are going to get the great stuff, the caulk and all that mess, and I'll put this thing in here. I got to find my spacers and all that stuff. So we're getting there, a little bit at a time. Pretty good piece of plywood there, with them little jumping spiders all over it. Remember, there's nails in them there heels. Okay, let's just put this over here for now. Don't need water right this minute. Okay, did blow another big spider. So okay, I think we're set to pop. I've got my my pneumatic. Let me go turn the air compressor on. I got my pneumatic little crown stapler, like for T50s, and so we're gonna just try to make this as good as we can. Yeah, well, it's a construction site. It's messy. That's the way it is. Okay, so now I'm outside, and I've got it cut to this. I've got to staple that down. But this is the thing that I've learned. So that means I put their other windows in wrong, but that's okay. We've already talked about that. So find your corner, and you go up to about right here. And you cut that, and you find your corner, and you go up to about right here, and you cut that. Okay, and this will expose the sheathing here. Okay, well, we'll just leave that staple there. Okay, now I'm going to get a little bit of tape and just tape that up and keep it out of the way. I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. So here we go. Let's get that stapler. I probably should get some better work shoes. These are getting a little slippery on the bottom. This don't help any. I got 50 feet of this stuff. It's some people make it wider. I don't know. I don't think I need that. So we'll see. 3, 6, about 10 feet all the way around, more or less, on each window. And so I'm not worried about running out of it. So, but what they do is, and you drop it right here, and you get it in the corners, and then you tuck it in good, and then you go up here about 8 inches or so. So that's what we're going to do. I am not a peel it all off and then deal with it guy. I start a little bit there, and you're supposed to have a roller. You really got to get this stuff in there. Try not to break the membrane. I marked my 8 inches up there, and so there you go. And then you tuck it around there. Now I'm going to cut this before I can tuck it around there, but you can kind of get it started a little bit, hold it into place. That's 6 inches. That's okay. They said 6 to 8 inches, but that's good enough. So I cut it like that, and that leaves you a gap here. And just press it as hard as you can. If you gotta, maybe I just get a J roller. I think of those now and then, but I put this piece in here to kind of reverse it back in. So all you gotta do is put it like this. Okay, and then cut them and tuck them in. And then I'm so happy I can do this from inside and I don't have to stand on a ladder. So it's just really nice. I mean, I'm really digging on that. I have made my little safety spacer blocks, because you got to consider the finished wood. And I got my 2 shims on each side to get this up a little bit, because your window's actually supposed to kind of float it on in there for a little bit, and then you get your great stuff. There it is. I see it out there. And I got to get them to get me another, hand me another tube of great stuff. I feel certain, because that's about empty. So let's put this in here, and I got my screw gun ready, or my drill, and my screws. So let's put it up there, and we'll get it as level as we possibly can. All right, I got 1 screw in over here. The screws that came with this window stink, so I had to get other screws. But you put your shims in opposing each other, thin to thin, just like this, and then when you push them together they get thicker. I think everybody knows that, but I'm going to pretend that nobody has ever done this before. So, you know, then you can just reach out there and shove them together if you want the window to go up some, or pull them apart to go down. So my bubble's right dead in the middle, and that bubble's right dead in the middle. So I'm going to tack this thing in there, and then we're going to pull out my little stays. Yep, everything looks good. Everything looks good. We've only got 1 screw in it, but that's okay. We're going to have all 4 in it in just a minute, and then we'll be fine. Okay, I got all my screws in. We're going to just leave this right here. There's a little piece of finish work that goes down here. I don't think I'm going to worry about that. So now let's check the operation of our window. It's just groovy keen. And we can just pull these out, because I only tacked them in with 1 thing. So there you go. We'll move these to the next window, and we are solid golden there. Now I got to go outside and do the flashing anyway, so I'll get the other one, the high one there. But leave this closed until you get everything done, because it gives it rigidity. So that looks just nice. Just enough room to get the sealant in there. Now, one of the reasons they want you to not have the Tyvek coming into the house at all is because they say the sealant foam won't get in there. But I'm going to go just go get some caulk right now. I don't know, what do you think I ought to do? I think I ought to do the foam first and then the caulk. And then, I don't know. That's a lot of caulk. So, anyway, that's the way they say do it. So, I need to stick some foam in there, you know, just to kind of fill everything up. Maybe I'll fill this void up too with foam, because I got 3 cans of it. So they really went to no expense. But they can take, you know, always remember you can just take back what you don't use. So it's going to get the great, no. I'm not going to use any regular caulk on this at all. I just don't think so. I think we're just going to go out there and do this and cut them shims off and just do this. And then we'll put the foam on the inside. I think that's the thing to do. I've never used this before. It's a little better than I thought it'd be. That's pretty good stuff. Okay, so there's your window all done. Let's get the grape stuff and fill her up. I'm going to tape off some of these little seams right here. Just kind of keep the wind from flapping. I got to figure out how I'm going to tie this into the other kind of siding, but we'll figure it out because I'm not buying any more of that stuff. That's going to be a fact right there. Both windows are in and functioning fine. Let me get the great stuff and we'll wrap this one up for today, no pun intended. So it looks fine, looks good. And might have to do a little bit of touch up when I put the PVC around the edges for the casing, but we'll see how that goes. What's his name? Yates or Cates or something, I can't remember. Alright, well anyway, let's fill the stuff up with goo. And yeah, I know that's there. I'm not gonna use any nail guns around this. Work too hard. So, alright. Oh, this one thing I want to tell you. You can get to these screws pretty easy at the bottom of these windows, but you gotta pop these little plastic bits out to get to them screws there. So anyway, I could have spent a lot more on windows, but they just didn't have the budget for it. So I'm just trying to make it all work. But I think that's fine. Alright, let's get the great stuff going and we'll be done. I don't think there's any interfering with too much. Okay. Yeah, I can well, I'm just gonna do what we can do. Just get it in there where you can. Man, I did a bunch of sealing around here, so everything's sealed up real good. Sounds different. Sounds a lot better in here. So let's close the window on this one, and we'll call it a night. It's way after 6, and they would want me to go, so I'm gonna go. Like I don't want to go, but I feel like I got just about what I wanted to get done today. So we're about ready to start plumbing and wiring. So there's a hot wire right there. That's going to wire some of it. Then there's another separate circuit out there. And then I'm just going to bring the plumbing in across here. And we'll get this thing closed up here right before you know it. Doors locked, so they're okay. So everything's good there. Alright, so give us a thumbs up. And we'll start on it again. Tomorrow is Saturday, I think. And we'll start on it tomorrow and see what happens. But the windows are in and completed and sealed. I'm a little nervy about some. I wish they were a little bit better window, like I said, but whatever. And I'll tell you the trick to taking the great stuff off and after it sits overnight or a day is Rex the Wonder Tool, your multi-tool, will just cut through that stuff to zippity zappity. Happy Easter day. Alright. Talk to you later. Thanks for spending the time with me again. We'll do something next time. Bye-bye.